Alright guys, I'm here to teach you guys how to cook an omelet. First few things you need, obviously, eggs, some water, some non-stick cooking spray, a skillet, your mixing bowl, something to beat your eggs with, and a spatula. Now, to begin, you take your eggs, and you crack them into a mixing bowl, like so. Trying not to make a mess here because I always crack it weird. Place it on a towel over here. You take your beater and you mix it around until it's a nice yellow consistency, okay? All the while you're doing this, I recommend, usually just for time's sake, that you've already set up your skillet and you've sprayed it and it's already heating up. That way, you don't have to wait extra time just for all that to happen. Yeah, mix. Eggs on turn on. Need an egg. You definitely don't want to see weird little chunks of orange and yellow. You just want to see a nice, even, yellowish consistency, like I said. Once you do, you take your water, you add to the eggs, 2 tablespoons by the way, and then you mix and match what you might like, such as pepper and salt. For time purposes, we will just use pepper and salt. Don't go too crazy with the salt or the pepper because that's an easy way to ruin your omelet because it'll taste too much like one thing or not enough of the other, and it's disgusting, trust me. We're using black pepper. You can use what you like. It's kind of a dealer's choice. That's enough of that. The salt, be very careful, okay? Just put a little bit in your hands and sprinkle it, because salt will definitely ruin. See, that's already way too much. So I'm just gonna take a little bit with my fingers here. Gonna mix it in. That might not be too much, so I'll do it again, just for funsies. And then the rest, you obviously, because you don't lick that like sugar. You mix it again to make sure the pepper and salt get in there for taste. Alright, let's get it. Now we're going to test the pan. We're going to see if it sizzles. That's when you add the eggs to the skillet. Alright, let it make something sizzle. Like that. Just gonna let that do its thing for a few seconds here. And then you pour in your eggs. Great. Done with that. Your spatula. You definitely try to let it sit for a little bit and make sure that the liquid tends to harden. And after about 30 seconds to about a minute, any parts that are still liquid, try to move them to the center, that way they heat up faster. And just let that move around here. The point of adding the pan for non-stick is that way, once it's done, you can just slide it off that easily. This really shouldn't take you really long. It's a very quick process, not more than 10 minutes. You can add other things too. You can cook some ham, or if you're a vegetarian, you can put in weird vegetarian crap that people eat. Alright, this is not hot enough, unfortunately. We're just going to turn this up a little bit. It's been a while since I've done this, guys. Don't judge me. Alright, some parts are starting to harden up, some parts aren't, because I didn't heat it up well enough the first time. But it's definitely picking up now. You can tell once you start seeing like little white stuff like that. See? And you can move it like that, that's what you like. You definitely don't want after like 2 or 3 minutes for this to still be like liquidy and stuff. Also, the downside though to me turning this up is now I have to be very careful about not burning it, because obviously this is your breakfast, you want to eat it. See how that remains? All the liquidy stuff is being cooked now, which is good. We'll let that go for a few more seconds here. Oh yeah. Ooh, this is good. I might eat this. Alright. So, it is done, pretty much. There's not a whole lot of liquid now. It's very much solid. And this is the part where it's dealer's choice. You can add what you like, herbs, spices, more spices if you want to, different sorts of meats, and what have you. I'm not going to, obviously, because this is just for demonstrational purposes only. Although it's looking pretty good, and I'm getting hungry again. So, thank you guys for your time, and that's how you make an omelet.